it's Dale here. I'm embarking on a new idea. People are probably aware that I've done quite a lot of family research, and I've made little books or got underway with little books and little various things, but they've all been related to my relations, and I thought I'd give Ian a fair chance. So I'm working on his family, and I decided to make a series called Love Letters, because hopefully we'll be going to Crowland to check out where his great-great-great-grandfather came from. And so I've got tea bags, because I'm sure all these people, we don't drink tea much ourselves, but all these people probably started their romances over a cup of tea. Well, let's just imagine that they did. And so I've got photos of, this is Elijah, and that's Caroline, his wife. So that's Ian's great-great-great-grandparents. And they were born, he was born in Crowland. It's in the northeast and northwest east of England, for those Poms who might be watching. And she was born in Warwick. And his father was a baker. He became a baker. They lived in Coventry. And then all their kids were born there. And then I think a few kids died and sort of things happened. And part of a lifestyle change, they came to New Zealand, where they ended up in Thames and ran the bakery. And then the family changed. So I started out by taking a photo of each of them. You don't always have particular, it's the only photos I've got. And of course on a tea bag, you'll know that the tea bag opens up like so. I've cleaned them out. These are all herbal teas I'm using. I'm sure that's extremely healthy for them. And they have the thing down the middle. So the first one I did, trial and error, show you anyway. I put the photos in, and they've got the line on, so I had to discard that, but I've kept it to show you. And so I've inserted the images onto each side, and actually on the back I've put their birth dates and death dates and where they were born and died. And then, so that's their one, and I've run a cord through a green thread. I'm using green, that's the colour I seem to have allotted to Ian's family. I use red for mine. And they will need the little tag that goes at the top of your tea bag, you know, the one that says Twinings or whatever it says. And this is, Elijah was a very religious person, so they were Methodists, but they became Wesleyans, which I believe was quite strong around Crowland at that time. It's John Wesley travelled around quite a bit. So when Elijah got to New Zealand, he was one of the founding members of the Methodist Church in Australasia. And so this is his ticket for the thing he went to. So I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to make it into my tea tag. I haven't done that yet, but I'll glue that on. So that's him underway. And then I've taken his son. He had two sons, both died very, very young. This is Ian's great-grandfather. And that's him. That's the only photo. I've only just got this photo, and that's his wife, Susan. And so I've fed them into the tea bag, and when they've dried, I've just folded them up, and I'm going to just use matte medium to, I won't do it here because it's messy, to just glue them down across the top. I know that the tea bags aren't like that, but it just keeps it in place for me. Glue it down, turn the top over, and like these ones, sort of cord through, and I might give him something like part of their marriage certificate, which I think I might cut part of out of it and use the marriage certificate as a little Twinings tea bag top. So that's them. And then my next one that I'm about to insert, I'll see how we get on here, is Ian's grandparents. And this is his, I'll take the top, put the, for no particular reason, but I've got the lady at the, so it goes up to the middle, and I've put it onto a piece of cardi paper to give it a bit of strength. And I've stopped writing the information on the back because you can't see it anyway when it's folded up. And I pop it in here and up to the join. So that's his grandfather. Pop him in there and just apply matte medium to seal it all down. And it'll dry clear. And I'll pop Ian's grandmother Ian didn't know his grandfather, but he did know his grandmother, and I met his grandmother as well. And so down into here she goes. Whoops, got to think about this. So I've just messed it up by putting his grandfather the wrong way up. I won't be able to get him out, so I'll have to do that one again. But so how careful it is to make sure you have the person going upwards, not downwards. So he's going to end up upside down. So that's another tea bag. It's only a tea bag, dried, emptied out, and I'll print out another one of Ian's of him, and I've probably got one printed out anyway, and I'll reinsert it into another one. So that's there. Then I've got Ian's parents when they got married, and it's quite a nice photo, so I'm going to keep them together and put theirs on. And I just happened to have a stamp from a rent book that one of his relations had, printed out from the rent stamp that you got each week. His other grandparents ran the Southern Cross Hotel in Reefton, so that's going to be my little Twinings bag for the top of that one. So it's just an idea to give you, and I've got ideas of writing love letters, so it's part of my new love letters project, something to keep me out of mischief. So I hope that's given you a little idea if it's of any interest to you. I've got date stamps to put on. I don't know how they'll work, and so on, and I might colour it up with a little bit of distress ink and so on. So there you are, that's what I'm up to at the moment. See you again next time, bye.